Grab the tissues, royal watchers, because Queen Mary's heartbreak is back in the headlines and it's absolutely devastating. Palace insiders are finally breaking their silence, revealing that our beloved Australian-born Queen is deeply upset as the affair rumors have resurfaced thanks to court proceedings. Don't go anywhere without hitting that subscribe button and notifications bell, because this emotional roller coaster is far from over and you need to stay in the loop. Let's be honest here. Mary has been living through an absolute nightmare. Just when she thought the worst was behind her, just when she'd started to piece together some semblance of dignity and composure, the court case involving Genoveva Casanova dragged everything back into the public arena. And according to those closest to her, it's broken her all over again. Palace insiders, the people who see Mary behind closed doors when the cameras aren't rolling, paint a picture of a woman who's barely holding it together. They describe her as deeply upset, emotionally exhausted, and struggling to maintain the brave face she shows the public. Can you imagine having to smile and wave at royal engagements while your entire personal life is being picked apart in courtrooms and newspapers? That takes a level of strength most of us can't even comprehend. But here's the truly heartbreaking part. Mary thought she was healing. She'd spent months processing the betrayal, working through the pain, and trying to figure out how to move forward. Then the lawsuit hit, and suddenly every news outlet on the planet was republishing those Madrid photos and speculating about what really happened that night. It's like watching someone recover from surgery only to have the wound ripped open again. The court proceedings have been particularly brutal for Mary because they've forced her to relive every excruciating detail. The timeline of Frederik's Madrid trip, the restaurants he visited with Genoveva, the hours they spent together, the apartment building they entered. Every piece of evidence presented in court is another reminder of her husband's betrayal. Insiders say she's been having trouble sleeping, that the stress is visible on her face despite the expertly applied makeup, and that she's leaning heavily on her close friends and family for support. This is a woman in crisis, and the world is watching her suffer in real time. What makes this situation even more painful is the public nature of it all. Most people dealing with marital problems get to process their emotions in private. They can cry, scream, throw things, whatever they need to do to work through the pain. Mary doesn't have that luxury. Every tear, every moment of vulnerability, every sign of distress becomes a headline. She's expected to maintain perfect composure while her heart is breaking. That's not just difficult, it's inhumane. Palace sources reveal that Mary has become increasingly withdrawn from royal duties when possible. She's fulfilling her obligations because duty demands it, but she's no longer going above and beyond. The woman who once threw herself enthusiastically into every engagement now does the bare minimum, and honestly, nobody can blame her. Why should she give her all to a role that's brought her nothing but pain? The affair rumors resurfacing has also reignited all the speculation about what really happened in Madrid. Did Frederik have an affair? Was it just an inappropriate friendship? Were they romantically involved, or was it all innocent? The court case brought these questions roaring back to life, and Mary has to live with the fact that people are constantly discussing her husband's potential infidelity. Imagine going to the grocery store and knowing that everyone around you is wondering whether your spouse cheated on you. That's Mary's reality, except instead of a grocery store, it's the entire world. Friends of the Queen say she feels trapped. She can't leave because of her position, her children, and the expectations placed upon her. But staying means enduring constant reminders of the betrayal and living in a marriage that sources describe as cold and distant. It's a no-win situation, and the emotional toll is becoming increasingly visible. The timing of the court case couldn't have been worse either. Just as Mary was finding her footing as queen, just as she was beginning to carve out her own identity in this new role, everything came crashing down again. The lawsuit ensured that instead of being known for her charitable work or her dedication to Danish causes, she's once again known as the wronged wife. That's got to be infuriating.
What's particularly telling is how palace insiders are now willing to speak out about Mary's pain. Typically, royal staff maintain strict silence about private matters. The fact that they are confirming her distress suggests things are worse than anyone imagined. These are people risking their positions to let the world know that their queen is suffering. That speaks volumes about how bad the situation truly is. Mary's heartbreak is compounded by the fact that she's receiving no real support from the institution she married into. The palace's primary concern is protecting the monarchy's image, not Mary's emotional well-being. She's expected to keep calm and carry on, regardless of her personal anguish. Thanks for watching Royal News Daily, and we will see you in the next one.